Oh, yo, what is up, everybody? All right, man, we just closed the restaurant. We were freaking packed tonight. I am pumped. Pumped. You know it. Boo. Yo, big shout out to Myrtle Beach. My boy Chip. Louie the Snake. I'm coming to see y'all. Myrtle Beach, baby. My home away from home. All right, so, man, this is so killer. I'm going to finally do this. Everybody wants my opinion of what I think of some of these YouTubers. So I'm going to go down the list. This dates back to like Matt Wallace, UpShod, you know. Everybody's always been asking me, what do you think of Matt Wallace, UpShod? And now they're like, what do you think of this ApeFather dude and Lou versus Wall Street? That dude's a trip. Let's start with old Matt Wallace, man. DOGECOIN, baby. I like Matt Wallace. He's a good dude. He's super hyper. I like his energy. He goes out of his way to dig up a lot of information. Some of it useful, some of it isn't, man. But you know what he does is he just keeps the hype going. So you got to respect Matt Wallace for what he's doing. Sometimes he'll clickbait you, man. But you know what? At the end of the freaking day, he's right more times than he is wrong. And that's all that matters. Make sure you're following people. Look, we're all going to get it wrong. But just make sure you follow people that get it right more than they get it wrong, and Matt Wallace does. He gets it right. Next, UpShod. UpShod is like my dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the kind of guy that I'm ready to run through a brick wall at any time, and when I watch UpShod, I feel like I'm kind of not disrespecting him by any means, but his energy level is different than my energy level, and so I can only watch him for so long before I'm ready to run through a brick wall again, you know? So he gives great information. He does longer videos because he's putting more time into and more effort into what he's trying to do, and I respect that. And he is keeping Dogecoin alive by keeping hype alive, even on those down days when there's nothing to freaking talk about. He's out there talking about it. So I got to respect UpShod. I like him, man. He's a good dude. The Review Dork, AMC, the Review Dork. You know what? I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about. He goes by Review Dork. I don't know his real name. If you guys know who I'm talking about, he's in his real name, let me know. I like him, man. He's a big dude. It looks like he pays attention to his physique. He cares about going to the gym. He takes care of himself physically and mentally. He's smart. He puts out great information. He's committed. I like him. He's a good freaking dude. He reminds me of a fella that worked for me in the Chippendales back in the day. So I do like him. So does Trey, by the way. Trey Energy, freaking Trey. I hired a kid that had this mad freaking energy. Mad. And everybody, his name was Mike, everybody thought this kid was always on coke or that he was always on meth. And I traveled with this kid 24/7 for 11 years. And this kid never did a single freaking drug. Never did meth, coke, crank, none of that shit. And Trey reminds me of that. You know, Trey's just full of fucking life, man. Full of it. So you got to give a lot of props to Trey. Trey's going out of his way to really keep you. You know, when I say I'm ready to run through a brick wall, guys like Trey keep my attention because he's got that mad energy. And you got to realize that's feeding into my energy, and therefore I tune in. Like my ADD won't kick in because the dude is just giving me more energy to keep me thrilled, you know, and listening to him. So I dig that, man. Highly respect people that don't have a slow switch or an off switch. Trey does not have that switch. So, yeah, big shout out, baby. What's up, Trey? Next, Lou versus Wall Street. I'm from New York, okay? Lou cracks me up, man. Lou is a freaking whatever that is. Hey, you know what I like is in this day and age where everybody's politically correct and everybody's got to say the right shit. And you can't even say what you really want to say nowadays. Like, what am I going to get? Like 100 people are going to unsub. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Lou versus Wall Street, you can tell he doesn't care. You know, you think he's going to do that if he gives a shit about people unsubbing? No. So I got a lot of respect for that dude. And of course, me being from the streets of New York, even more respect. Yeah, baby. I dig that dude. All right, next. Plus, he does have a lot of good information. He's over there on Clove right now. I didn't follow suit with that, and I didn't agree with that. But I agree with most of the stuff big old Louie's talking about. I dig you, Lou. You're a cool dude. Next, they're asking, oh yeah, this ApeFather guy. ApeFather. You know, he's a good piano player. I'm a musician. I gotta respect the music, man. He is a really good. You could tell this guy must have been in bands, or you know, he's orchestrated prior. He has history in music, and I really dig that. The only negative, I don't really have a negative thing because it's his persona and it's his personality, but hire me and I will get you in shape, dude. I will get you lean and mean and in between. You better believe it, brother, because it's what I do for a living. Aside from that, I like his personality. He's full of life. He's full of energy. He's giving out hype, man. He's keeping people full of freaking information, and he's keeping AMC alive on down days. And that is what is important at the end of the freaking day, is who's putting in the time to make sure that your spirit is still in it. Because if your spirit isn't in it, what do? Your money ain't in it. I already know how that shit works, man. As soon as you guys lose focus, you start pulling your money out. You're like, oh, it's over. It's only begun. This whole game has just begun. Just like Doge, baby. Doge has just freaking begun. That's the list that I have. Those are just the people that stick out in my mind. I wrote those names down because they're the ones that people are most inquiring about, and those are the names that I'm often coming across on YouTube. So that's all I got to say about that. It's been an amazing day for AMC. I saw it. I was busy as heck turning cash over really fast in my restaurant, but I saw what AMC was doing today, and I like it. We didn't even get close to the 55, but we did hit that 50. And that, what's that mean? You'll know what that means. That means Monday, we test the 55, baby. Once we hit the 55, where do we go? We go back to the 60, where we start making some real money. Can't freaking wait. All right, everybody. I got to head home. It is Friday freaking night. You know what that means? That means a glass of wine and some Netflix, baby. That is how I'm closing out the day. Love y'all. Y'all have an awesome evening. Doge Warrior, baby, to the moon. Shaboom. Peace.